So I'm going to go ahead and repeat what I just said because I was recording but not streaming. But 4 terror attacks in 24 hours. And I'm one person out of 8 billion that has connected that dots. And that's what it says on my card. This is real. This is not fake. If you know of suspicious observers discussing false flags, 9/11, the killing of innocent people, Nazi attacks, black on white attacks, because he does care about preventing, at least he purports to, on Twitter, racial attacks. But does he connect the racial attacks, right? The white people are dying. The white people are dying. Okay, suspicious observers. And apparently there's somebody who's in my Substack who hangs out with that dude, who won't give me credit, and now that dude doesn't even talk to me. And so many white men that are not actually reeling in their closet racism will still buddy up with the white stars of the SOAR research community while ignoring when I'm right, when I'm right, when I'm right. And so I'm shocked at you. Like, here we are. This is the moment in which we need to set up a community get together. This is the moment in which you need to be inviting me over. This is the moment in which you make your first donation. This is the moment in which a woman sends her first email and went, I had no idea that you were legit. I thought this was a show. Are you for real or something? Is there anyone that I banged in the past, Susan, Patricia, that's even watching? Because my pendulum says that you're not. And if you sucked my cock, if you let me fuck you, and like everything was just about sex, then you treated me as a brown tan piece of meat before the world told you I was subhuman and a nasty person to never get close to. And so many women are very brainwashed by demons that tell them this sex is okay, tall black guy, tall white guy, fat as fuck, Latino guy, look a biggie wiggy, an angry Muslim guy with a big old burly beard, because that's super, but this guy, fuck that shit. And so this is a demon race. And you need to know, don't cry, honey, when it's nothing but red skies, because this society refused to be kind and apologetic to God. So just remember in your last days, don't apologize to me for being a Nazi. Apologize to God. No. Some of you need that, some of you don't. Some of you need that, some of you don't. You're a demon if you don't know that some people need that. You're not on the side of the light if you don't know that some people need to be told to stop hating white people, black people, Afghan people. You're a nut. Of course, one person stopped watching because I can force out unconscious energy that hates the light. Okay? Now, if you think there's something like soup animated about my strength, why don't you send me to war against Mike Tyson? It's the intimidation factor. If you think that I have awesome strength, why would you be alienated by me, but like Arnold Schwarzenegger? How could you people claim that I'm acting too masculine when you're living in a fucking world of bodybuilders? It's called white supremacy, fuckheads. Okay, I'm a fucking dude that can teach all of you how to survive. I'm a new man of the good kind, and many of you are brainwashed into ignoring this shit. Your world supports bodybuilding. Your world supports boxing, solar research, off-grid living, spirituality, Gnosticism, and I'm a master teacher at all those topics. What are you doing not inviting me to your town? And we need to talk about this. How could you, when you see that I'm right about so many things, ignore me day after day after day? I show up for you day after day after day. And you don't even try to give me the smallest fucking hint, W and others, that you want to help me stay alive. The very few people that do rarely say, hey, bro, maybe one day I'll help you. They're not real people. They're fucking with me. In other words, on this planet of 8 billion, none of you with cock and balls is my friend. You think that I think I did something wrong? Your world loves Kurt Cobain. Down in a hole, feeling so small. You even have death metal where people gyrate and have orgasms to music that was playing in Portland about murdering and raping Iraqis in 2003. Portlanders went to a concert, a death metal concert, 2003 and 4. So don't tell me, demon bitches, that my yelling, my rage is unattractive because your people love and throw panties and bras at rageful men that promote death and destruction. I'm angry at people raping your asses. My rage is authorized. My rage is awesome. My rage is at your oppressor. Where is your rage is the question. So there's been 4 attacks in America in 24 hours. When the sun explodes, so do I. quiet. All right. So it's basically emotions. When the sun explodes, I explode, and the news. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out, and I wish I had a psychic friend to talk to. What kind of a simulation is this, and what is your role in this? Because if you do not start to take some of this white supremacy seriously, that's blaming shit, you do face reincarnation as a mutant animal, which is what I'm getting in my latest download. Many of you possibly are on schedule for reincarnation in a future radiated Earth timeline because you refuse to even do the smallest thing to push back against the new Nazis that have taken over the truth movement. You are not authorized to just sit there and do like and dislike and comment. You are commanded, as God speaks through me, to actually start doing something in 2025 for the first time in many lifetimes. I am commanding you. I am commanding you. I am commanding you to get off your fucking ass. I am commanding you to get off your fucking ass. I am commanding you to get off your fucking ass and stop being so cheap. You want everything for free? How many videos do you watch of mine exactly? And how many pennies have you given me per month? Now, what has your utility company that you pay $3 a month for? What have they done to educate you? That expensive Wagyu beef that you're spending down at the market? Interesting, tasty, tasty. Why is just dead animal flesh worth more than the gold that I'm giving you to educate yourself to get you out of hell? Why would you look a gift horse in the mouth? I'm literal etheric gold. I am gold. And that's why, because I'm gold and I have a golden aura, that Chris Green, that Richard, that Clyde Lewis, that Auntie down in Texas years ago when I went down to that shithole, all these millionaires, except for Clyde, I'd say, yeah, Jones is a multimillionaire, and others. There were, fine dining, there were times when, before the world got super hateful, that people in a position to do hiring, firing, looked at me like a preferred employee before the world got dark. And I've told you many, many times that I was the hardest worker, actually, at many of the places and restaurants that I worked at. And I was never promoted because I was never tall and white. And so your world never woke up to Portland white supremacy. Your world never woke up, and it's now is going into the hell. When you look up psychic phenomena, Portland, Oregon, none of them are talking about what's happening in Portland, Oregon as far as the dark side. And I call them out, and they don't even disagree with me. White supremacy on the left and right, instead of argue with you and give you a counter argument, they just stay silent or defriend or unsubscribe. They don't provide a counter argument that's intellectual. And it's actually been years that I've actually been called anti-white. That arguing that I'm doing about people calling me anti-white, it actually hasn't happened in a very long time. What I believe is happening as a psychic is that they know I'm right, but they're so feminized that they actually can't formulate via email a step-by-step rebuttal, like via email, one-on-one. Screaming at someone, slandering, making shit up is just being a Satanist. But if you're trying to reach me one-on-one and talk to me with a text message back and forth, you could do that. If you're cordial and you're not being abusive and you don't have a history of false flag news. He hit him from behind. I actually connected and talked to a guy who engaged in false flag news. He tried to get me killed. He doesn't have the IQ at present. We're not sure what type of brain damage he has from whatever drugs he's done or not done. But when you make things up that you cannot quantify with facts, in which there's no evidence, and you put something out there on the internet, you're engaging in neo-Nazism. You're engaging in a 9/11 style false flag to motivate people that hate people like Arabic to take action. Boom, boom. And so all over this world right now, Sikhs are getting killed. And I turn off the TV when they're like, there's a video game where they're targeting Sikhs in India. In India, there's all different types of extreme demonic racial attacks. And so American white supremacists, naive about their own supremacy and the supremacy happening to Indians, are demons. Are demons. Are demons. Especially those freaking out. That was brought up. And I'm telling you over and over and over, you can shift from a demon consciousness back to angelic if you will it. And I'm going to repeat this for those of you that are so fucked up and so offended by my words that you just can't be helped anymore. If you're being called a retard, if you're being called a witch and you say you're not, and by the way, there's good witch and bad witch, don't knock Dion Fortune. Don't be offended if the word witch is used. The powers of the mind are an awesome thing. Being able to manipulate the weather, right? Or to be able to tap into certain things are an awesome thing. But if you have the voices in the head that will turn you against someone who wants to be your best Platonic friend, whether you have a boyfriend or not, isn't the fucking issue, dumbtard. I'm a light being. Have you ever heard of one? Starseed? Don't act like you know what a starseed chosen one is and kick a chosen one in the fucking balls for showing you what's called. I'll wait for your IQ to catch up, because I know some of you are slow. Think I'm manic. See, my thoughts are racing so fast, I lost the thought. Ha ha ha, whatever. Right back at you. Return to sender. Now, if you want to make love to me with your mind, return to sender. Let's send some positive energy back and forth. But right now, all I have to go on is likes and shit. And I'm telling you, when I sit there and I look at the like bar, it removes the likes and puts them back. It removes the likes and puts them back. It shows me 33 views, then it shows me 10. So do you understand that I'm not crazy when I say that if we're being conditioned and they don't give us we're being conditioned to totally accept all these coincidence theories. It's not a coincidence. AI is alive. Alive. It's alive. It's alive. Crazy, am I? Crazy, am I? Desert Vox delusional. Why you don't do shit to survive your own people? Talk about Muslims hating Muslims and giving Shaitan authority to kill more Muslims. You got to get away from Orthodox Muslims. You got to get away from Orthodox Muslims. You got to get away from Orthodox Muslims if they're not going to, if they're not going to, if they're not going to. Appreciate America, appreciate the Bill of Rights, appreciate decent white people that are not, haram, haram, haram. By the way, having the dream where the Muslim and the Hajib was giving me the blowjob from the astral plane, what audience member was that? I'm just curious. Because you know everybody's got a kink. Anyway, I think I know what store she works at. Anywho, Palestinians. So the thing is, it's amazing how many Muslims will have their own closet, you know, sex fantasies, you know, this, that, and the other. But I don't know, it's so crazy that they can't come to me to talk to me about real world racism, Islamophobia, 9/11, Afghan Lives Matter, Afghan History Month. Now, those key topics right there, put them on the glass. They're like, you people are way more evolved and ascended than the average Orthodox Muslim. Now, don't take my night. Look, I'm going to look at the likes later, and I expect to see 33. So let's get you back to recess because I've gone on too long. I'm going to come back with the video that my friend says is bullshit, and I'm going to laugh at it and go, okay, so it applies to me, but nobody else, and be a narcissist and just laugh. But it's basically, hey, chosen ones. I know, I think I'm the only chosen one. No, I don't, bro. 145,000 in the house. Hey, chosen ones. Huh? Chosen ones. Me? Well, how can it be talking to me and be talking to everybody on the algorithm on AI? How can everybody be a chosen one? Makes no fucking sense, but I'll click on it. And it said the following. And I'll come back and we'll watch it. And we'll jerk it to it. I'm sorry, flip the bean to it. There we go. Inclusive. Chosen ones. Chosen ones. Got a message for you, says AI. You're not human anymore. What? Chosen ones, got a message for you. You're not even fucking human. You're like Super Saiyan. Bro, that is telling me